summer.
Yes.
And then we are going to approach the winter time, so we are happy to have the Iowa City Community School Foundation with us tonight.
Thank you.
On my right side is Susan Brennan,
Yes.
the Executive Director of the foundation.
Yes.
A long history of service in the district here.
Well,
We
yes.
salute you for your service all these years, and now that you are, or you took the helm of the foundation, you have a big job to explain to our audience tonight.
Yes. Yes.
What you are going to do for them in the
Okay.
next maybe 20 years.
Yeah. 20 years, that's a long time.
And next to Susan Brennan is Lucie, and Lucie is going to tell us about some activities that she was involved in that has to do with the activities of the foundation and supported by the foundation. And next to Lucie, Lucie, you are a Chimik,
Yes.
and you are a sixth grader.
Yeah.
So you're graduating from Chimik this year, and after that you are going to go to Southeast
Yeah.
Junior High. And next to you is Molly, and Molly is a freshman at City High, and you again are involved with a program that is supported by the foundation.
Yep.
And next to you is Ryan, who is going to be in college next fall. So this is your last home stretch with
This is
our
final lap.
You are a senior at City High, the school that leads, right?
School leads.
Wonderful. So let's start with you, Susan. What you are having for us today?
Okay. Well, thank you for having us to talk about the foundation, and there's lots of new and exciting things that we're doing at the foundation. So I'm excited to be involved with our new business model and how we are working to have more impact with our kids, develop better programming, hopefully be able to raise more money, that we can affect more kids with sort of the extras that the foundation has always been known for, the out of the classroom experiences that just wouldn't be possible if we didn't live in a community as generous and wonderful as Iowa City. So we're really blessed, and I wanted to bring my kids with me tonight to be sort of the examples of what they've been able to experience because of the generosity in our community.
Wonderful, wonderful. We just were done with the run for the school.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, it was great. I love that race. That's put on and organized by the Iowa City Road Races, and it's sponsored by Midwest One Bank. We are just the real lucky beneficiaries of that event. But it's a great race. You find babies and strollers being pushed in that race, and then the elderly in wheelchairs and everything in between. So the energy for that race, it's just, I really love it. There's something for everyone. There's people who walk. There's serious runners that are doing the half marathon. It was a beautiful day. That helped. It was sunny. It was cool, but sunny and bright. So great race, and a great fundraiser for our school district. So that partnership that we have with the road races and Midwest One is one that we really, really are thankful for.
And Molly, you volunteered in this project. Can you tell me what was your experience?
Well, I was at one of the races, so I watched the 10K and the half marathon, and the runners, they were all happy, and they were a lot of them thanked you for being out there while they ran. And there's bikers and everyone. They were walking it too, so it was great.
And how did you get interested in volunteering to begin with?
That's a hard question. Volunteering. I volunteered with my dad at a church. That was kind of the first time I ever did. And it was just kind of the feeling after. It was really great.
So you like the service to the community in general?
Yeah, I do.
How was the race yesterday? I mean, as far as the people cooperation, I read in the paper that the number of people participating were unexpectedly high.
Yeah, I think the numbers ended up being north of 2,400.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of runners out on the course.
Well, let me move to you, Lucie. I know that you have been part of a program, School the Wild, that's the name of it. Can you give me an idea about this project and what was all about?
Well, School of the Wild, I really liked it because, I mean, you just got to go out there with people and you got to go and look at nature, and there's this one program where you got to pet birds, and I thought it was a lot of fun because you saw nature as it was, and I thought it was just a great program to help kids get involved with nature.
Which is a good part of science education too.
It is, yeah. Yeah, the School of the Wild is a program that the foundation, and we work really with the credit union. The University of Iowa Community Credit Union is the title sponsor of that event, and it's put on by the University of Iowa out at the McBride Recreation Center, and it's a week-long outdoor adventure for most typically our fifth graders. So every fifth grader in the district heads out for a week. And I would just love for you to come out and see it. It is a tremendous week. It's probably the most memorable week when the sixth graders are in graduation and recounting their years in elementary. The School of the Wild is almost always what they mention as their favorite memory.
We have to give you credit for getting the business in this area involved with the school, because I think before you became the executive director of the foundation, you were the director of development,
That's right. Yep. I spent the last year as development director, and then the year before that was introduced to the foundation through the Every Classroom campaign, where we outfitted every classroom in the district with 21st century technology. So that's how I was introduced to the foundation, and probably it was meeting the people in the community, the generosity that we have, folks that really want to back our schools, give experiences to our children. It's probably what really made me want to stay.
It was a quick leap to the 21st century because as a veteran teacher, we used to have the board,
Yes.
Whether it's a blackboard, green board, or whatever it is, or even the dry eraser board.
Yeah.
But then suddenly there's this smart thing that when I subbed for some of my friends, and I didn't know even how to operate it.
Right.
I was like, any one of you can help me?
Yeah, and I bet they
the
could.
kids, of course,
The kids know how to do it.
They know how to do it. So but this technology was so fast. You really changed the whole ambience and
Yes.
environment in
Yeah.
classrooms.
I think kids today, that's what they know. I mean, they grew up with technology at their fingertips, and so that's what they've known. That's how they have played with toys even when they were young. So it makes sense that we use those kind of tools, I think, to teach them. It's how they've learned from infancy. So it makes sense that it's part of the classroom, and it just opens up the opportunity so tremendously when you introduce technology. There's a classroom in North Liberty over at Penn Elementary that has even Skyped with the governor of Iowa and had a Q&A session with Governor Branstad. And I just think that's amazing. They've Skyped with classrooms around the country to learn about different geography lessons and been able to talk to students and share information. I mean, that would have never happened when I was in school. So it's a wonderful thing. I think we have a long ways to go on things we can do with it, but we have walked in the right direction. So,
because you mentioned technology, and we have now Ryan here, who is going to be one of the pioneers in this area of STEM education, right? STEM. Can you explain to our audience what does STEM stand for?
So STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, and that's all incorporated in the Project Lead the Way courses we have at City High. So personally, I'm in aerospace engineering, and there's a really big focus on the problem-solving aspect. So kind of an average day is we'll get into the classroom, and the teacher will give us like a task. He'll put us in groups, and then it's basically on us to figure out like how do we achieve this task, like what steps do we take, what do we do if we run into issues. So it's really about kind of developing students that are able to problem solve and figure things out.
Now you mentioned now that it has the science, right?
Mm-hmm.
and the technology and the math and engineering, right?
Correct, yeah.
Where does art fit here? Where does art fit here in this whole collective?
Well, so art's it's gonna, in the project Lead the Way courses, art's a little less of a focus than the others, like engineering, math, technology. But for example, the first unit we did was kind of the dynamics of flight, and we used a software called Airy that we were able to purchase to design a plane on the computer. And then we were able to print off the blueprints for this plane, and then use the like the balsa wood and the other types of wood and glue, and we actually designed these planes, built these planes according to the blueprints, and so that took some craftsmanship and all that. And we tested the planes out and all that stuff.
Thank you, Ryan. Can you give me some idea about a few of the terms that we meet when we read about the foundation? What's Give and Grow for Iowa City School
Yeah,
District?
Give and Grow. That's a partnership, again, with the University of Iowa Community Credit Union, and they open up their members and ask their members to give to the foundation, and the credit union matched their gift. And so they were able to donate something out of their account that they have at the credit union, and the credit union matched it. So it was called the Give and Grow program. They did that with every school district that the credit union has a branch office. And so great program. First year was last year. We'll repeat it again this spring, but hugely successful. Again, just really grateful for those types of partnerships that we have with the businesses. It makes all the difference.
And what's EEB?
EEB is, that's, yeah, there's a lot of those in education. Education is everybody's business, and that is the annual breakfast that the foundation has in the spring. We usually hold it the second week in May, and it's really a celebration for us. What was achieved this last academic year, how much money did we raise, how did we impact the kids in the classroom with that money that we were able to raise. So it's really a celebration, and to let everybody know the programs that we were able to implement in the schools.
So now the three of you are three students at different educational levels in the district. And you see that the foundation is supporting your education in one way or another. Do you see further steps that's needed by the foundation to maybe support you more in classrooms?
This is like a report card back to
Yeah.
mom, huh? Okay. That's a tough one.
Well, I'd say they're definitely in the right direction. Like with the increased technology that they're trying to put in the classrooms, like obviously society, there's a high demand for technology and people that can like work with this technology and figure it out. So like our class would not be possible without the technology that we're able to have.
Ryan, can you tell me now what is your vision for the future? Well, what would you like to do in the future?
For the future of the schools, or
No,
my future
your
in
own
general?
future, yeah.
Well,
Do you have a dream? Do you have a plan? Is there
my plan is to go to college and major in engineering, and then I kind of want to take that and incorporate that into business. So use my engineering knowledge to be competitive in business, and focus a little more in on the business aspect and the engineering after college. Just have my engineering background help me out in business.
so the same philosophies that actually built the Silicon Valley in California, right?
Yeah.
More or less, yeah. Molly, it's your turn. Tell me about your dreams.
My dreams. Well, just in high school right now, one of my biggest dreams is the Silver Cord opportunity, which is 400 hours of volunteering by the time you graduate. So that's a big goal. I think that's one of the major points of Silver Cord, is just a goal that the students have to reach.
And now, this volunteering that you do now in all these projects, does it count for this?
Yeah, it
Do you
does.
have any other credits, like in other courses, that you
Courses?
get if you volunteer in something?
So like any opportunity you
Yeah.
volunteer. Yeah, I get hours for that.
Oh, wonderful. Now, Lucie, tell me about your dreams for the future.
I want to volunteer a lot like Molly and Ryan do, and I want to finish school with a good grade. I don't know. I want to finish college, and I don't know what I want to major in, but I just want to help other people, and I don't know. I just want to be good.
In which field in particular?
I'm not sure.
Not yet.
No.
So,
young.
of course, it will change with time, definitely.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
and probably a few times over. She's normal. It'll change a few times in her lifetime.
Yeah. So, what do you have for us for the future?
Well, we actually kind of reworked how we do business at the foundation, and we impact 5 different areas in our school district. The School of the Wild, which Lucie talked about, and we have already touched on. This week is our Visiting Author Week, and so that is a great program. We bring in an author or illustrator. This week, his name is Peter Brown, and he's both an author and an illustrator. He will visit with all first and second grade students in the district, so about 2,300 students over the next 4 days. Peter will visit with and talk about early reading and creativity and how he became an author. And the librarians and the library coordinator in our district do an amazing job of incorporating that into the curriculum. So the kids have been reading Peter's books leading up to it. They will integrate it into their curriculum, and it's a tremendous project that I'm really excited about. And then we've got a couple others too that we are focusing on.
So tell me about this Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee Roundup? Yeah, that's a partnership with Hy-Vee, and we are actually going to do that this year on Super Bowl Sunday weekend, so we're pretty excited about that because a lot of people buy groceries on Super Bowl Sunday weekend. That is, a customer goes to Hy-Vee, they are asked by the cashier, would you like to round up for the schools, and we capture that change, and that change comes back to the schools. So it's a wonderful program, an easy way to give, which is something that we try to investigate all the time, just to kind of an easy way to give back to the schools. So the Hy-Vee Roundup program is one of those.
ABC.
ABC is a program, it's sort of we call it the Academic Booster Club. It's very much so, we tried to model it after the athletic booster clubs, like the Little Hawks Club and Club West. Same philosophy, but it's for academics. So we ask every family to join. It's sort of like a PTO membership. It's $15, that's all we ask for, if everyone could become a member of the ABC Club, Academic Booster Club. And so we sent those flyers out through the mail that went out with registration materials at the beginning of the year.
Well, now that we are on Channel 21 and Channel 18, and then nationally and internationally on YouTube,
Okay.
and public access TV website, what do you expect, or what would you like to ask our audience to stand by you and help you during this time when you are striving to elevate our standard of education?
Yeah, I think give back, and to whatever that is. I think we are all called to give back to our community in some way, and there are a lot of different things that need our support and our time and our resources. And so I would just encourage everybody to sort of look, at their own lives, what impacts them, and give back, to invest in our community. And so here locally, I really applaud the Iowa City community. They are tremendous at giving back and supporting, and my kids are the beneficiaries of that. And so we're all in. I mean, it's important. Our schools are sort of the barometer of the health of our community. Good schools makes for a better community, and investing in our schools, I like to think, is sort of investing in us. And so that would be the message that I would hope would resonate, is just give back.
Well, we have a couple more minutes, and I would like you to look at the camera and talk to the audience of more support to the foundation, more support to our education system, and how do you communicate this with them? That's, I think, is very important. It comes from you, because as your mom said, now we are disclosing that they are your kids now.
That's right.
As she said, you are the consumer, you are the beneficiary, and it's very important that people would hear from you. So what do you tell our audience here?
I think that you should really, like my mom said, give back, because, I mean, with School of the Wild, it is such a great program, and it needs help to keep on going, and I think everyone should give back to that, because I know it really opened my eyes to nature, and like I said, when I was petting those birds, I just wanted to help all endangered animals, because they were so sweet, and I just wanted to save them, to help nature itself.
Can we hire you here?
Yeah, totally.
You are so good and
Thank
so
you.
professional. Very
try.
impressive, yeah.
Thank you.
Molly?
All right, so when I joined and went into city, getting involved was one of the best things I did. I joined many different clubs and met a lot of new people that way. And whenever you volunteer, no matter what you're doing, you're always impacting someone. I spent hours over the summer in a concession stand, and even then I was helping the baseball program, helping them get a new facility for hitting. And it's, anything you do, it always helps someone. So I think it's really important.
And Ryan?
So definitely the STEM initiative stuff that we have at City High is just so important, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for all students that they're very grateful for the technology that they're able to use. I mean, the software that we use, the tools that we use, like they're so vital to us being able to learn and just incorporate that into what life will be like after college and in college. So definitely that is a huge focus, I think, when talking about giving back to the community.
And during the next 2 or 3 minutes, I would like you to tell me if somebody now have heard this beautiful message and would like to participate, what they should do.
The best way, I think, is probably to go to our website, which is ICCSDfoundation.org. That really explains all the programs that we work to support. It talks about our organization, our mission, our values, and our goals. And there's video clips embedded in the website, so they can actually go on and watch clips of School of the Wild, the Visiting Author program, our symphony program that we work to support, even some STEM-related initiatives. So it's a great website, a great resource, and certainly you can donate. We wouldn't be able to be in this business if I didn't point that out. You can easily donate on our website. You also can call our foundation office at 688-1012, 319-688-1012.
Well, it was a great time spending with you this evening.
Thank you so
And
much.
we cannot appreciate more what you are doing.
No, it's my pleasure.
That we can see the results, you know, by visiting our classroom and see the programs that are extremely successful and too productive. And that's why we are delighted to have you always here. Come more frequently and talk to our audience. And we hope that you will get more support
Yes,
from our audience in the near future.
that would be great.
As a matter of fact, thank you, Susan. Thank you, Lucie, Molly, and Ryan. Wish you all good luck and more successful careers. To our audience, we are airing this program on Channel 21, the education channel. Frequently after the board meeting at the prime time, and on Channel 18 we for sure on Mondays and on Saturdays, and on YouTube, and of course Public Access TV, where we are really, really grateful to their help and support.
Yep,
Thank you, and have a very good night.